Lights, camera, action. We are diving straight into the massive global production wave hitting Netflix screens by 2026. From the high-octane excitement surrounding Extraction 3 to the mystery project quietly gearing up in Belfast, the streamer is pushing boundaries like never before. Stay tuned as we track every move in this evolving film slate.
Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to prop it up? Meet the Pop Sockets phone grip with expanding kickstand in black, your new must-have accessory. Don't miss out. Grab yours today. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Next, we turn our attention to the intense debate surrounding the documentary The Plastic Detox. With experts like Judith Enck and Jennifer Brandon weighing in on the real-world implications of microplastics, audiences are left questioning the true impact of the chemicals in our homes. It is a deep dive into health, science, and the controversial message behind the film that has everyone talking. Then, we are hitting the trading floor to look at the massive shifts in Netflix stock. With United Asset Strategies, Inc. piling into their position and significant insider moves from CFO Spencer Adam Newman and CEO Gregory K. Peters, the financial landscape of this streaming giant is shifting rapidly. Find out exactly why institutional investors and top analysts are adjusting their outlooks right now. Finally, we explore the shocking budget reports surrounding the new Stranger Things spin-off, Tales from 85. With production costs reaching mind-bending heights compared to the final season of the original hit series, the investment in this expansion is truly staggering. If you want to keep up with every update on these stories, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell for all the latest alerts. Ever wonder what goes on behind the polished thumbnails on your Netflix home screen? Right now, the gears are turning on some of the biggest cinematic projects in the world. And if you're a fan of high-octane blockbusters or star-studded dramas, the next few months are about to get very interesting. I'm pulling back the curtain on exactly which Netflix original movies are rolling cameras this spring and early summer of 2026. Now, keep in mind, production schedules in Hollywood are more fluid than a plot twist in a thriller. These dates are based on current production grids and can shift at a moment's notice. We're tracking heavy hitters like Extraction 3, which has fans absolutely buzzing, alongside a wave of fresh reboots that promise to shake things up. It's a massive global operation, and we're keeping a close eye on all of it. Now, for the investigative fans out there is actually a major project slated for a June start in Belfast that we have to keep under wraps for just a little longer. Trust me, it's worth the wait. On the flip side, we do have some bittersweet news. The Millie Bobby Brown project, Perfect, which was slated for a midsummer shoot, has officially been canceled. It's just the reality of the industry. Projects come and go as quickly as the trends. We want to know your take on this lineup. Did we miss a project you're dying to hear updates on? Or do you have the inside scoop on a production that recently wrapped? Drop a comment below and let's talk shop. If you found this update useful, make sure to hit that subscribe button to keep up with everything hitting your screen. After all, every great movie starts with a simple action, and we'll be right here to catch every frame of it. Ever wonder if the very container you're drinking from is secretly sabotaging your health? Netflix's new documentary, The Plastic Detox, has become a massive conversation starter, following 6 couples struggling with infertility as they attempt to rid their lives of plastic. But is this a groundbreaking look at modern health, or a case of science being slightly stretched for the screen? Judith Enck, head of the anti-plastics movement Beyond Plastics, thinks the film is a masterclass in making complex science accessible. She points to the undeniable fact that microplastics have been found everywhere: our lungs, our blood, and even our reproductive organs. The film effectively highlights that these aren't just inert bits of trash. They often carry toxic chemicals that act as potential reproductive hazards. It's a terrifying thought, right? But while the alarm bells are ringing, the scientific community is hitting the pause button. Microplastics expert Dr. Jennifer Brandon gives the film credit for its accuracy regarding what we actually know. But she's quick to warn that the documentary makes this lifestyle shift look way easier than it actually is. We live in a plastic world, and scrubbing it from your life isn't as simple as switching out a Tupperware container. Plus, there's a big technical issue. The film often conflates plastics with a much wider category of synthetic chemicals. Think about it. If you stop using plastic but keep using scented lotions, perfumes, and certain cosmetics, you might still be loading your body with the very phthalates the film warns about. Critics argue that the documentary is essentially a chemical detox disguised as a plastic detox. By bundling everything together, the film makes it nearly impossible to tell what actually helped these couples, if anything at all, versus just a placebo effect or natural variance. As reproductive endocrinologist Dr. Botros Rizk notes, while we know plastics are in our bodies, we don't have hard, clinical evidence yet that they are the direct smoking gun for infertility. So, where does that leave us? Even the harshest critics admit the film is one of the most effective attempts to bring this issue into the mainstream. It's sparking the kind of public dialogue that forces us to look closer at what we bring into our homes. At the end of the day, whether or not the science is perfect, the documentary is forcing us to ask uncomfortable questions about our modern environment. Do you think we've reached a point where living plastic-free is actually possible, or is it just a pipe dream in our current society? Drop a comment below and let me know your take. Thanks for watching, and remember, stay curious, stay informed, and maybe double-check those ingredient labels. Is the massive streaming giant, Netflix, heading for a pivot or just shaking off some excess baggage? Wall Street is buzzing, and the latest institutional moves suggest that the smart money is far from unanimous on where NFLX is headed next. First, take a look at the heavy hitters. United Asset Strategies recently went all in, hiking their position in Netflix by a staggering 1,088% in the fourth quarter. They weren't the only ones taking a gamble. A wave of smaller firms and hedge funds have been aggressively buying up stakes as well. It is clear that institutional confidence is running high, with over 80% of the company now held by these major players. But here is the twist. While the outsiders are piling in, the people in the room where it happens are heading for the exits. We are talking about major insider selling. CFO Spencer Adam Newman and CEO Gregory K. Peters have both offloaded significant portions of their holdings recently, cutting their own skin in the game by nearly half in some cases. When the C-suite starts trimming their positions, you have to ask, are they just cashing out, or do they see a ceiling that the rest of the market is ignoring? Financially, Netflix continues to flex. They recently crushed earnings expectations, reporting a cool $1.23 per share, well ahead of the 76 cents analysts were betting on. With a healthy net margin of over 28% and consistent revenue growth, the fundamentals are looking rock solid. Analysts are largely still cheering, maintaining a consensus, moderate buy, rating with a price target hovering around $114. However, it is not all smooth sailing. Analysts from firms like Robert W. Baird and Sanford C. Bernstein have recently trimmed their price targets, signaling a bit of caution amid the hype. And here is a wild card for your portfolio. While Netflix remains a household name, our top-rated research analysts are actually whispering about 5 other stocks right now that they think offer even better upside potential. If you are serious about your long-term wealth, it might be time to look beyond the streaming wars. So, what is your move? Are you doubling down on the king of content, or are you looking for the next hidden gem? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep-dive market analysis. Remember, in the world of investing, staying informed is your greatest asset. Keep watching the charts, and we will catch you in the next one. Ever wondered what happens when a streaming giant decides to throw the entire production budget out the window for a single spin-off? Well, welcome to the upside down, because Netflix just dropped a bombshell that has the entire internet reeling. Today, April 23rd, the platform unleashed Stranger Things, Tales from '85. And while fans have been clamoring for more Hawkins, the real story here is the absolute staggering cost of this project. Believe it or not, the price tag for this spin-off is sitting at a mind-bending amount that makes the production cost of the upcoming 5th season look like pocket change. It really forces us to ask, is this the future of franchise storytelling, dumping massive resources into side projects instead of just wrapping up the main narrative? Netflix is clearly betting the house on our nostalgia, but only time will tell if Tales from '85 actually delivers the goods, or if it's just an expensive vanity project. Have you had a chance to stream it yet, Or are you just as skeptical as the rest of the fandom? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, hit that like button, and subscribe so you don't miss our deep dive on whether this show actually lives up to the hype. Sometimes, bigger budgets don't always mean better stories, and Netflix might be finding that out the hard way.